Let me ask you a question. If you're beyond 40, 50, or 60 years old, have you ever thought about the health of your thyroid gland? Did you know this little tiny gland hiding inside your neck right here is the master gland of your fat-burning metabolism? Because every cell inside your body has a receptor for thyroid hormones. In fact, this little gland is responsible for regulating your body weight and controlling the speed of your metabolism. My name is Sean Hatzel. I'm the co-founder of Beyond 40. And inside this video, I want to share all natural strategies you can use to naturally increase your body's master fat-burning gland. And I also want to share two of today's most popular weight loss methods that people over 40 years old should avoid if they want to boost thyroid hormones, if they want to regulate their body weight, and you want to speed up your metabolism. So the first thing that people do when they want to lose weight is they say, okay, I'm going to move more and I'm going to eat less. So they start doing more cardio and they start cutting carbs. Both of these things suppress thyroid hormones. So let's talk about this, and then I'm going to give you a couple solutions that you can use instead to naturally boost your thyroid hormones starting today if you want to. So the first thing to understand is that excessive, slow duration, long duration cardio will wreak havoc on your metabolism, because research shows people who do too much cardio suppress T4 to T3 conversion. So this is taking inactive thyroid hormones inside your body and converting them into active T3 hormones that your body can use to boost your metabolism and lose more stubborn fat. So when you do too much cardio, you suppress your body's ability to do this, and this leads to something called metabolic slowdown. So that in turn slows down your metabolic rate, so you burn less calories each day. Research also shows that when you do excessive amounts of cardio, you increase cortisol and free radicals. Both of these are stressors that are known to cause more storage of fat inside your body. And the third thing that too much cardio does is it increases your hunger and cravings. One particular study showed the subjects ate 100 more calories in the post-workout window after their cardio session than they burned off, rendering the cardio workout completely useless. So limit your cardio sessions to 2 or 3 times per week and replace those extra cardio sessions with body weight circuits or high intensity exercise of some kind, because research shows this high intensity exercise actually activates the hormones that can help boost your thyroid gland and your thyroid gland output. Now the second thing people do is they cut carbs, and this is one of the worst things that you can do for your thyroid gland. So I'm going to teach you how to strategically eat your carbs at the right time in a second, but first you need to understand why and how carbohydrates are so important. You see, carbohydrates contain glucose, and glucose often gets a bad rap. But when you time this glucose intake properly, it's the building block of hormones, particularly thyroid hormones. You see, glucose polymers, or glucose molecules from foods like potatoes and rice and oats and quinoa and other healthy starches like this, are building blocks of thyroid hormones. And there's a couple studies that have been done that show people who follow a low-carb diet for 7 days can suppress their T4 to T3 conversion up to 47%. So literally after 1 week of low-carb dieting, the thyroid gland can be functioning at 50% of what it should be. The solution here is to add carbs into your diet strategically to give your body the glucose molecules it needs to build these thyroid hormones to prevent that metabolic slowdown I talked about, to boost your metabolism. So the best times to eat these carbs are pre and post workout. In the pre-workout window, these carbs are going to be used for energy, so you're not going to store them as fat. Now, I prefer to save them for my post-workout window because I like going into a workout in a fasted state, because you're more likely to use stored fat as a fuel in a fasted state. But it does not matter if you feed yourself carbohydrates or not before a workout. It's a healthy choice to do that because they are going to be burned as energy. So if you're looking for energy and performance, and you're one of those people who just has a hard time exercising in a fasted state, pre-workout is completely fine and acceptable. I like, personally, the post-workout window, because in that window, after you exercise, you've drained all the energy from your muscles. This is called glycogen, and that is stored energy from carbohydrates that you've eaten. Okay? So when you drain this energy, your muscles are almost like a sponge that's wrung dry and it's ready to suck up nutrients. So when you have these carbs in the post-workout window, your body's muscle and liver tissue is very active. It's going to reabsorb those carbs into glycogen storage rather than them spilling over and being stored as fat on your body. Now, the other best time to eat these carbohydrates, believe it or not, is at dinner time about 2 or 3 nights per week. Intentionally eat a higher carb dinner and just balance it out with some protein and some veggies. The reason that you want to do this is because research shows late night carb eaters actually lose more weight than morning carb eaters. Now, it sounds counterintuitive, but there's a reason this happens, and it's hormonal. It's by eating carbs at night a few days of the week. You regulate your cortisol cycle, so you'll sleep better and you'll release more melatonin during the night. And then you'll also regulate your circadian rhythm. And this is super important for fat loss over the long haul, especially if you're over 40 years old. Now, over at my website, if you click through, I'm gonna give you 11 foods that you can add to your diet to boost thyroid hormone output naturally. So go ahead and click through and go check that out. If you got something out of this, share it, like it please, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, this just isn't about fat loss. I'm 50 years old. I'm a grandpa with 10 grandkids, yes, 10. And I can tell you that fat loss and all these tips I'm giving you, the bonus side effect is being lean and healthy. What ends up happening is I become one of the best papas ever. I become a better husband. I become better at my career. I become stronger spiritually. All because I took care of my health first. And that's the foundation of Beyond 40, is that if we just take care of our body and our health, then that discipline automatically leaks over and flows over into every other area of our life, and it makes us a better person. Now, time is our most precious commodity. So I'm always grateful in this noisy world full of too much information when people take time to watch my videos. So hopefully I've cut through the clutter for you and you got something out of this. Thanks for watching, and keep going strong.